Yeah. Hi, students. I am Dr. Badrinath. In this video, we will see the excretion of the drugs. Excretion of the drugs from our body. So, after consumption of a drug will be absorbed, distributed, metabolized, and finally it will be excreted. After showing its excellent performance in our body, all the drugs must excreted from the body. It is, see, excretion is nothing but a exit. Both you can be match it. Exit, excretion, ex. Okay, both starts with the exit, excretion. It is nothing but a main door entrance. Just we are going outside from the house. Main door. Okay, that keep in your mind. We are going to we are exit from the door. Main exit. That point you have to keep in your mind. Okay, so what are the various gates are there? How many gates are there? Either main door is there, or from windows also we can exit from our house. Like that, so many things. We will discuss in this video. Okay, excretion of the drugs. It is nothing but the same definition what I have told. It is a process whereby the drug or its metabolites, whatever it may be, either the drug or metabolites, are irreversibly, that point you have to keep in your, irreversibly transferred from internal to the external environment. Okay, external environment, it will, that is called as a excretion of the drugs. Students, they are confusing with the excretion, metabolizing. They will think that both are same. No, metabolism is nothing but drug will be degraded, drug will be converted into another chemical forms, okay, into its metabolites. It is mainly metabolism takes place in the liver. Excretion takes place from the kidney. Kidney is the main exit door from the house. Okay, kidney. Metabolization is a liver. Okay. Next, it is important in the termination of the drugs, pharmacological action will be completely terminated after the exit, because it is there in the external environment. So it doesn't shows any action now. Okay, right. Next is renal excretion. Main door is the renal excretion. It is a kidney only. Okay, it is a kidney. It is a main route. Excretion organs. Non-renal excretion is also possible, not through the main door, not through the main exit door. Some drugs will be escape from the windows also, like this window is there, that window is there, that window is there, are small things. Only few things, few drugs will be excreted non-renally. And other than the kidney is called as a non-renally. It is a minor route. Only few drugs will excreted such a thing. Main, almost all the drugs are excreted through the kidney only. 90% of the drugs will be excreted through the main door, kidney. It is a minor route. Example is lungs. This process is called as a pulmonary excretion. See the name. Renal excretion means through the kidney. Pulmonary excretion means through the lungs, mainly alcohol. If you see the smell, if any person has drunk, okay, alcohol what he has drunk, which is there inside body, it will be excreted through the nose, through the mouth. So that's why the police and all, they will check just to blow the air, because it is excreted through the lungs and it is excreted through the mouth or through the nose. Alcohol, anesthetic drugs, volatile drugs, anesthetic drugs, okay, alcohol, all these are volatile in nature. It will be excreted through the lungs only, inhalation. Okay, right. Breast milk, through the milk also, tetracycline is always binds with the calcium which is present in the milk. So if the mother pregnant, that is a delivered mother consumed the tetracycline, and if the tetracycline will be excreted through the milk will be drunken by the infant, that is a newborn child. So along with the mother's milk, tetracycline is also entered into the child's body. So what happened? Child is unnecessarily taking the tetracycline here. Tetracycline is taken by the mother, but it excreted through the milk. Okay, like biliary excretion is there. Drugs are excreted through the biliary. It will be excreted into the gut. Biliary will be excreted through the intestine, and intestine, salivary, through saliva also. Drugs what you have consumed, it will be excreted again after showing performance. It excreted in the saliva. The saliva what we have obtained, again we are taking, swallowing the saliva. So unknowingly, for example, say caffeine will be secreted in the saliva. That saliva actually daily we are swallowing. No, we are not each and every time will not be spit out. Okay, so phenytoin, again it will be enter into the GIT only. Sweat, that is also one part. Sweat. Okay, skin, salicylic acid, both yes matched. Skin, coffee we are taking orally. Tetracycline is already banned with the milk, that we know very well. So like that, lungs, drinkers, easily you can remember. These are the renal and non-renal excretion of the drugs. You can see the complete list. Urine, free drugs, bounded, see, keep in our mind, bounded drugs cannot excrete. Bounded drugs cannot show ADME. Bounded drugs cannot shows pharmacokinetic actions, cannot shows pharmacodynamic actions. So excretion also not possible for the bounded drugs. So only free drugs, hydrophilic drugs. Since urine is water in nature, it carry out the hydrophilic molecules. Unchanged drugs and metabolites having a molecular weight less than 500. Next is a bile, hydrophilic, unchanged drugs, metabolites like this. Lungs, gaseous, volatile, blood and tissue insoluble drugs. Okay, saliva, free, unionized, lipophilic drugs, some polar drugs. The milk, free, unionized, lipophilic drugs. See, milk is having some fats, so lipophilic. Saliva is exactly neutral, but it is having some slight lipophilic in nature. So that's why like that you can remember. Okay. Renal excretion, first thing is the renal excretion is a kidney. Kidney is nothing but main exit. Kidney, through the kidney, that we will see. Almost all the drugs are excreted by the kidney. But keep in your mind, few drugs like gentamicin excreted exclusively through kidney. They do not uses that window, bedroom window, or that window and all. Main gentamicin, gentleman, gentamicin is nothing but a gentleman. Gentlemans will exit through main entrance only. Gentamicin. Okay, and they do not excrete by the other organs. So they shows only renal excretion. Gentamicin only renal excretion. Some drugs excreted through the kidney only partially. Okay, they also excrete from the body by other organs also. Okay, like a main exit, main door also, and some windows also, it will be excreted. So it shows the renal excretion and non-renal excretion also. Few drugs. Okay, and following drugs are mainly excreted by the kidney. Just now what we saw, water, here we saw no same thing. Free, hydrophilic, unchanged. Here also water soluble drugs, non-volatile drugs, less than 500 Dalton, slowly metabolized drugs will be excreted by the kidney. This is the main important slide. Very powerful. This is here. What happened? Blood will come to the glomerular. This is a nephron, and we know that this is a glomerulus. This one. So blood comes here. Blood will be filtered like a sieve. Sieve will be there. Just what we saw in our lab. That type of sieve will be here. So all the blood, when it comes here, when it is passing there, it will be excreted. See here. This is a filtration. That point you had filter paper. How we are using a filter paper and funnel, same passion here. This is called a glomerular filtration of what unbounded drugs and metabolites will be filtered here. This is the first step. So it enters into the nephron from the blood. Okay, that is good. Okay, now next what happened? The blood which is coming here, it flows like this into the body in that direction. Again, here also it shows some secretion. This secretion is called as a active tubular secretion. Here filtration. This is called a filtration. This is called a secretion. It is secreted into the urine. Okay. Now what happen again? Some of the drugs will be reabsorbed, especially glucose like the drugs and lipophilic drugs, reabsorbed back, coming back, entered again into the body. Okay, the remaining what is there is called as a urine. So this is a urine. This is very important diagram. Very important. Very simplified diagram from your textbook. So what happened? Here also excretion is there. Here also excretion is there. Here reabsorption is there. So rate of excretion is equal to rate of filtration. First, rate of filtration plus rate of secretion, that is 1 plus 2 minus rate of reabsorption. This you have to remove because it is again entered into the body, isn't it? That's why 1 plus 2 minus 3 is equal to 4. That is a urine formation. Here exactly you can find the urine formation and all, right? Okay. First one is a glomerular filtration, that we will see. This is a glomerular. We know very well. It is nothing but a filter. Here you have kept a filter paper in the funnel. See how the filter paper is filtering the solution. Here you will get a clear solute you will get. In the same fashion, here also this is a filter paper. This is called a Bowman's capsule, glomerulus. Okay, here see the blood is coming here, how the blood is coming, and see how the filtration takes place. Solute is coming. Solvent is coming outside like that. Okay, it takes place. So it is a unidirectional, only one direction. Reverse is not possible. Non-selective. Okay, any drugs, almost all the drugs will be excreted. Bounded drugs cannot be filtered, we know very well. And this membrane is negatively charged. Nephron membrane, glomerular filtration is negatively changed. So try to remain more anions within the body only, because it won't accept the anion, because it is also negatively charged. No, negative reflection will be there. So anions will not be filtered easily. Okay. And however, ionized, non-ionized drugs are filtered, both, whatever it may be, up to little extent, both will be excreted, but some. And RBC does not filter. Red blood cells will not be, RBC, cellular part of the blood will not be filtered. If suppose say, if it filters any RBCs and all, if it is there in the urine, it will be very problematic. It means that this mesh this filtration become a loose, very loose. It makes a number of holes are increased. So it means a nephron damage is there. In such a cases, nephron damage, RBC will be entered into the urine. During the urine test, they will report RBCs are found. That means that some problem is there. And the driving force, hydrostatic pressure, there also pressure is there above the glomerula, below the glomerula also is there. Depending upon the pressure, filtration will be takes place. Next, blood flow to the kidney, how much? Here see first one, blood flowing towards the kidney, all the both kidneys towards the kidney, 1.25 liter per minute, 1.25. Okay, liter per minute, not hours, per minute. See, it is a 25% of the cardiac output from the heart. 5 liters of the blood will be pumped per minute. Heart, that is the speed of the heart. So 5 liters means almost blood, our body blood every minute it will be circulated through the heart. Every minute, entire our blood, 5 liters or 6 liters of the blood will be cardiac output. From that, only 25%, 1.25 liter, 25%, no, it will be excreted, flows through the blood. See how much blood is flowing, 1.25. In that, only 10% will be filtered. This is the 10% of the blood flow. The glomerular filtration rate is the 125 ml, 120 to 130, it varies. Okay, average we are taking as a 125. Next is, most of the filtered fluid, again it will be reabsorbed back. That I have already told you. It will be reabsorbed back. Finally, urine output is 1.5 liter per day. 1.5 liter per day. And the agents which are used to find out the glomerular filtration rate: creatinine clearance, inulin clearance, mannitol clearance, sodium thiosulfate. These are all the example. Creatinine, inulin. Creatinine, mannitol. This is mannitol injection. These injections, creatinine injection or mannitol injection, they are giving directly into the blood in order to find out the what is a GFR. And ideal properties of the GFR, it is used, actually this GFR is used to find out the kidney failure. GFR study, if GFR is less, kidney is failed. Okay, ideal properties, only filtration. It has to be passed only through the filtration, no secretion, no reabsorption process, only those types. And it should not be synthesized in the body. See, creatinine, inulin, mannitol, sodium thiosulfate will not be synthesized in our body by the body. That's why we have to select such a things. Do not select those substances which are synthesized in our body. No, don't select such type of things. Next is active tubular secretion. This is a name itself indicate active tubular secretion. That is a second step what we saw. Active means active transport, name itself indicate. So it takes place, we know active means it takes place against the concentration gradient. Okay, needs the carrier. Definitely it needs the ATP, it needs the carrier. Okay, to for secretion. It is a bidirectional, two side is also there. Secreted substance may be reabsorbed again back. Example is uric acid. Uric acid will be secreted, again reabsorbed. Uric acid. ATS decreases the half-life because the drugs are going outside. No, half-life will be decreased. And probenecid inhibits the ATS of the penicillin. See the wonderful example. Probenecid inhibits the active tubular secretion of the. This is very, very important step. Number of times it was appeared in all competitive examination, regular examination. Okay, synergistic effect, penicillin with probenecid. Penicillin does not dose, you can be reduced by 50% because it is a bumper offer both. I will show you what happened here. This is a probenecid. This is a penicillin. If you are giving a both combination, penicillin, you can give a discount 50%, you can reduce the dose because penicillin secretion will be avoided by the probenecid, right? Okay, so that's why up to 50% of, just like Amazon, Great India Sale, Amazon up to 50% of the sale. It was excellent combination, super combination. Okay, and the next is tubular reabsorption. It takes place in the renal tubule. Glucose is completely reabsorbed. That's why in the urine you cannot find a glucose. If a sugar patient is there, it will be secreted. That is okay. Glucose will not be reabsorbed. Glucose is completely reabsorbed. Okay, reabsorption increases the half-life of the drug because again drug will be enter into the body. Okay, so active tubular reabsorption. Nutrients, mainly all the nutrients like electrolytes, glucose, vitamins, amino acids, uric acid, all these reabsorption. Again it enters, it filters in the glomerular, reabsorbed. Okay, few drugs like oxopyrinol. Next is a passive TR. Two types of TR is there. Active TR, passive TR. You know, active transport, passive transport in the same mechanism. So most of the drugs are passive, reabsorbed back by the passive transport. Okay, passive reabsorption, tubular reabsorption, most of the drugs. Lipophilic drugs especially reabsorbed well. Hydrophilic drugs never. It will be, since it is along with the urine, it flow out, hydrophilic drug. Okay, and easily influenced by the pH. Here influenced by two factors. One is the pH of the urine, another one is pK of the drug. Very simple concept. This is the last slide. Unionized drugs reabsorbed well. That point you have to keep in. Entire the diagram depends on only 2 points. 2 points. Only 2 points. See, if you are able to remember these 2 points, this entire diagram need not to be remembered. Unionized drugs reabsorbed well. Ionized drug reabsorbed partially. That point. Ionized means either a positive or negative. Now you see, this is an acidic filtrate. This is an alkaline filtrate. This is a tubular wall of the urine. Now you see, if the drug is weak acid, since your urine is acidic in nature, if your urine is acidic in nature, urine pH I have told no, influenced by urine pH. Your drug is weakly acidic. Urine pH is acidic in nature. Since this is also acid, this is also acid, ionization will not be much, negligible ionization. Since it is negligible ionization, what happened? It is not ionized. So it is there in the unionized form. Since it is unionized, it is drug is reabsorbed. See, that's why, see the arrow mark. How thick is there? How thickness is there? Okay, since it is unionized form, see here. Since your urine is also acid, drug is also acid. Since both are in acid, ionization is not possible. Okay, so it remains unionized. So reabsorption is very thick armor. In the same fashion, if it is a weak drug, and see the weak alkaline filter, weak alkaline, negligible ionization. Since it is also alkaline in nature, your drug is a weak base. What happened? Negligible ionization will be there in the body. So it will be reabsorbed back again. You see the arrow mark, thick arrow mark. Okay, and see this also in the acidic filtrate. What about weak bases? It is ionized well. Since it is ionized well, drug lost in the urine, it will not be reabsorbed. So what you can conclude, in the acidic urine, weak basis drug will be excreted well. In the alkaline solution, weakly acidic drugs will be lost in the urine. That point you have to keep in your mind very strongly. Okay, unionized drugs reabsorbed well. In the absorption chapter also we saw, if it is an unionized drug, absorption will be faster. Here also same thing, reabsorption will be faster. Okay, so in the next slide, in the next video, this is my concept of the next concept of clearance, that we will see in the next video, coming video.